All right, guys, today we are going to be going over the Talon 2 handheld. This is a radar by Kustom Signals. This is honestly a great radar if you are going to be swapping vehicles a lot. You're going to be swapping this with another officer, using this for training. This is a very portable, accurate radar. We sell a lot of these. The moving model is a little bit more expensive than the stationary. You may decide that's worth it to you. You may decide that's not worth it to you. But if you do buy the moving model, which is the one that we're going to be demoing today, it comes with a bracket, a remote that you see here, and then also comes with a set of tuning forks. Okay, guys, so let's get started and let's get this thing installed. All right, guys, let's start out with our bracket here. We're just gonna select a spot that works good where the end of this is gonna give us enough room to hang off. You'll see what I mean here in a minute. I'm trying to do this with one hand. All right, so once you have this pushed to the surface, like you see here, this is not coming off. I mean, it's pretty secure on there. You can see here that your handle is now gonna have enough room. You just gotta make sure this has enough room to slide in here. So you can see that mine does make enough clearance. Now, ideally on your all's vehicles, these police cruisers have a lot flatter dash than my Toyota does. So you'll have enough clearance here and your dash will actually be much more flat. You'll be able to apply Velcro, because that's another thing. You need to put some Velcro right under this part here, just to make sure this doesn't wiggle around on you guys. Now that we've got this installed, let's head on out and run some radar. So we're gonna go ahead and get this put in the dash and show you all some of the features. So that's gonna actually just snap in just like so. And you'll see that your bracket is fully secured around the radar here. All right, then we're gonna find a good spot to plug this in, and for me, it's gonna be right down here. So let's go ahead and press our power button. It's gonna go through a quick self-test, and then you're gonna see, right now it is in the wrong mode. So we're gonna hit our mode button here to put it in stationary mode, and so now we're gonna see our targets. And some of that oscillation you're seeing where it's flipping back and forth, it's actually trying to determine what the strongest target is for the display in the window. So you can see that 42 kind of took over that slower car going by. So we got a school bus there. All right, the first thing we always do when we use one of these radars, we make sure we're functioning properly. We go through our test button. It's gonna walk through that. Again, you're gonna see speed show back up on here. All right, so now the next button we're gonna move over to is our mode button right here. You press this mode, and this is actually just gonna flip us between this stationary and moving mode here. Being that I do have a moving model here. Okay, the next thing we're gonna go into is the audio here. You just simply push that down. You have to select the audio button first for you to adjust that. If you just press this up arrow, that's gonna adjust the range. So then you'll have to press that first, and then you can turn that audio up or down. Once it completes that, you can adjust the range if you need to. Hit that button, select down or up on the range. Then lastly, we have our power button, and that just simply cycles the power on the unit. So that is simply how to use this radar if you do not have a bracket for it. If you have a bracket, you likely also have a remote here that you can use. And this remote will allow you to sit back in your cruiser and just operate this fully. So you can see here, I can lock targets, like I locked that truck just going by at 43. I can also put the radar in hold with just that simple button too. All right, so lastly, we have this patrol select button. Now this is only gonna be applicable when we are in the moving mode where we can see our patrol speed on here. So you'll hit this button and then the lock button here, and this will actually allow you to select a minimum patrol speed for this unit, which is handy in, you know, school zones, things like that, where you might be dealing with restricted speed limits. My normal road I normally run radar on is a little crowded today, so we're gonna make a little detour here. Got some county fair stuff going on and all kinds of stuff right now, so we're going to make a little detour. Now you'll see too, this moving mode is only gonna work when I have a patrol speed that's above about 17, 18 mile an hour. Anything below that, you're gonna get really wacky readings on the target window. So you'll see there, it's dying down. It's still picking up patrol, but it's not gonna be 100% accurate. I'm gonna get back up to speed here. It's picking up the target now. It's got my patrol speed. Another thing I may have forgotten to mention is that you can actually lock the radar at any time with your remote during moving mode. This is something that doesn't work unless the radar is in the bracket. This is another thing that you need to know about the moving radar. If you don't have the bracket, this moving mode is basically useless to you. You could still use the radar in stationary mode just fine. That feature still works, but without the bracket, it cannot be used in moving mode. So it has this magnet in the front above the trigger assembly, like when it's mounted and actually holstered in the bracket. And what this magnet does is it automatically places the radar into a moving mode to where it can be activated. Other than that, there's not a physical button to do this, so you can't actually activate the moving mode without using the bracket made by Kustom. So common issues that we tend to see with this radar, and the first one I'll mention isn't directly the radar's fault. 99% of the time, people will call saying that their radar is displaying the wrong speed. That's what's listed on the tuning fork. And usually that comes down to just them having the wrong fork. So that's an easy problem to take care of. You can either get a new set through us, or you can call Kustom and get a set through them. So another thing that we tend to see with these units are bad battery handles, just not making good connection to the unit itself, and then also with the 12-volt cigarette lighter, just not making good connection there, maybe somewhere in the fuse, that sort of thing. If you've made it this far in the video, I just want to give you guys a huge shout out and say thank you. We work very hard and tirelessly to make these videos for you. We're trying to make them better and better as we go. So if there's anything that you can think of, good or bad, that would help us improve on how we make the videos, then please feel free to leave that comment below, like and subscribe. Thank you again, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.